I'm going to get yelled at by the audience in this next segment anyway. I'm expecting a phone call from Marquise.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian went viral again on TMZ because she did some kind of bikini shoot.
Probably her own. She makes bikinis now.
So she's doing a bikini shoot on a beach, and TMZ is getting all kinds of pictures of it. So a little extra free advertising for her swimsuits. And the whole internet, oh my God, look at her ass. It's so good. It's so... I'll die fighting this battle. I will keel over of a coronary live on the air. It's not a nice ass. It's a giant mutation. It's not good.
Could you not for me, though?
Why?
I don't want you to have a
coronary. A coronary. I'm not going to have a coronary. Don't worry.
No coronaries here.
Yes, that's an Indian restaurant down the street from us. Coronary. But at any rate, I'm tired. I'm not tired. But I'm getting frustrated fighting the Kim Kardashian is not the model ass argument. Okay. Stop it. They're too big. They get dimply. They get saggy. They get weird. They're too large. It's comical. It's cartoony. It belongs in a fucking Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
So you're more of like a Candace Swan-Opal guy.
Who?
Candace Swan-Opal is like one of the sexiest.
I like a nice high and tight ass with a little bit of stick out to it.
You'd like that one.
Okay, how do I spell her name? What's her name?
Candace Swan-Opal. Just start typing Swan. It'll come up. She's right there.
Oh, there you go. Candace Swan-Opal, South African model. All right, good start.
Yeah.
No, I'm just...
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, she's a Victoria's Secret angel.
Where's your ass?
You might have to type ass.
Show me. I'm not going to type in ass.
She used to be a Victoria's Secret angel. Now she has her own bikini line, too.
Well, she doesn't have a bikini with... Well, I'm against that. I'm just kidding. Where I can't... April, there's no... Oh, here we go.
Oh.
You know what?
That bikini does not make her ass look very good.
She doesn't have any tits either. I don't like her.
Fine. Well, it looks like she's got tits when she wears bras and shit.
That's true. She's got a little bit of a, you know what? I'm sorry. A little bit of a pancake ass.
Can I just see that one a little bigger just for me?
This one?
Yeah.
There you go.
You see, that's a hot bitch. She's a little too skinny
That's a trick,
for me,
though.
That's a lot of...
That's a trick.
Too ribby in here for me.
Little McRibby? I think a little bit of pancake ass. Maybe I'm just hard to please when it comes to
Adriana
asses.
Lima.
Adriana Lima. All right.
Try that one.
Let's see. No asses. Google Images
You're
not
gonna have
good.
to do like bikinis or something.
They're not good on ass shots.
It's Google.
You know what? Here we go. In the red dress here. That's fine. That's a nice.
So she's like a perfect level of thick.
I like a tasteful amount of ass. I don't like just, oh, look at that. I don't like asses that feel like they need a guitar, like rock guitar riff behind them. Right. I don't need that kind of, you know what? When I see an ass, you know what instrument I want to hear?
A trumpet.
A piccolo. I want to hear.
That seems a little gay.
I want to hear woodwinds and strings when I see an ass. I don't want to see an ass and go, that's too aggressive. That's too much.
So no Cardi B ass for you?
Orange Boy nails it. Aaron likes a twang of ass.
Does mine pass the test?
You got a perfect ass. Your ass is perfect.
There's a twang of it.
Oh, you got a twang of ass. Just boom.
You want to flick stuff off
it? It exists. It's nice and tight, but it's got some, pop to it. But it's not like, oh my God, we've got company over. It's not that kind of I don't want to we've got company over ass.
No way.
Yeah.
There's too much.
I don't like that.
We need room for the guests here.
But then I'm kind of also a giant piece of misogynistic shit because if it's a flat ass, I'm like, well, you're like an alien. Like you're an extraterrestrial.
I don't like the absence of ass.
Right. The absence of ass makes me sad. Like I don't want to hear a sad oboe when I see an ass. But I don't want to. I don't want to hear like. I don't want to hear sad but true when I see an ass. All right.
I feel like when you have a fat ass, all I hear is rap music. That's just me though.
No, there's
never
an
thought
aggression.
Of a guitar riff.
No, there's an aggression to an ass that only an electric guitar can capture.
To me, it's more like somebody with a shitty like Dodge Stratus with too big of subwoofers in the back.
You know what I
hear.
I have the exact music I want to hear when I see a woman's ass. This is a perfect ass. By the way, thank you guys. Looking nice this morning. Like button, subscribe, all that stuff. So this is the sound I want to hear. There's a video game. God, I'm gay. Zelda Fairy Cave. This is not that Zelda,
Fairy
my
Cave?
Zelda. I want to hear this kind of music. Not Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past. Here we go. 1992 Nintendo. This is the music I want to hear when I see the perfect ass. This is the size of ass. Oh, I'm comforted. What a comforting, lovely ass that is. That's fantastic. You know what I hear? You know what I don't want to hear?
What do you hear when you see like a Megan Thee Stallion ass?
Okay, here's what I hear, and I'm going to have to mute this afterwards because it's going to get us popped, but this is what I hear when I see Megan Thee Stallion's ass. Ready?
I'm ready.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
This is what I hear. Right?
But that sounds hot.
It's too aggressive.
I don't know. That sounds fun.
I don't want to hear that, but not when
That
I
one
see an
sounds a
ass.
lot more fun than the other one. The other one sounds like a gay. This one sounds like a fucking party and let's fuck.
Relaxing. It's nice.
Who wants a nice, relaxing ass?
I do. I want to put my head on it, and I want to go, oh, here we go. It's nice and snuggle in.
I feel like you don't want relaxing with ass, though. You want fun.
I want to be able to grab it, squeeze it.
I want to party in that ass.
But I don't want to grab it and squeeze it, go, ah, where are my hands going? I don't want quicksand ass. And that's what Kim Kardashian has.
Like you're never coming out.
Okay, here, I'll put it up for you. Here you go.
whoa.
Guys, here. This is what drove Twitter and Instagram insane yesterday. All I see is, like, how do you clean the poo-poo out of that?
I feel like everything...
Where is the poo-poo? What does she do with the poo-poo?
Everything waistline up looks phenomenal.
All I can
Then I
think
feel
is
like-
that's where the duty comes out. And the bigger the butt cheeks, I think the bigger the duty. The bigger the cap, the bigger the pillow.
Can we visit Lizzo's Instagram quick?
Here. You know what? I'm going to show you the music I hear. Close your eyes. I even want you to be surprised. This is what I hear. And Marquise is on the phone. I was kind of trolling him out to get him to call in. Hold on a second. This is what I hear when I see Lizzo's ass.
Silence.
Nope, just wait. This is what I hear. This is a
Anticipation.
3-hour video. Give it a second. That's what I hear when that's Lizzo's ass. To me. Oh, yeah. Minnesota Vikings.
This is not a highbrow show.
No, not at all. And if you don't like this show,
Wow.
you're an unhappy person.
And people think you're a misogynist. I don't get it. I do not get it.
Fattest,
Jesus.
but not misogynist. All right, Marquise, go ahead. Yell at me for being white.
You're actually not going to hear any complaints from me. I think Kim's ass is fucking hideous.
Thank you. Wonderful.
It looks too synthetic for me. There's no real there. Right?
It looks like her ass looks like it came off the corpse of your typical average Instagram model chick. Like they
Thank
cut
you.
off her waist and then they sewed it onto Kim. Like it just doesn't
Right.
look
It doesn't look
natural.
Right. Yeah.
And she's been saying her
And
whole
this
life,
is-
like, oh,
yeah.
that's my natural ass. Bullshit.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You can look
No,
back
it's not.
even like a decade ago and she doesn't have that ass.
No, when she was running around with what's her name? The one who was
Ray J.
Well, no, not her Ray. She wasn't running around. She was laying around for Ray J. No, the chick, her friend, her buddy. Why, God, Conrad Hilton's great-granddaughter.
Paris?
God, Paris Hilton. I thought of Conrad Hilton before I thought of
Why can't
Paris
you
Hilton.
think
Conrad
Paris?
Hilton.
Oh, so Conrad Hilton's, is it granddaughter or great-granddaughter?
I don't even know.
I can't remember. I think
I
great-granddaughter.
think it's great.
So, when she was running around with Paris Hilton, she was a flat-ass, weird Armenian chick. And then all of a sudden, she gets
some biddies on her.
But she does a sex tape, and then all of a sudden, she shows up the next day, and her ass looks like Richard Gere's after the gerbil got stuck in there and got infected. Sorry, I just watched Primal.
Paris?
Oh God.
No, Kim. When Kim was running around with Paris, she didn't have that big giant ass, and then one day she did, and then she's like, "Oh, it's totally natural." Yeah, we all go through butt cheek growth spurts at 22 years old.
The sex tape was her natural ass.
Right.
That's
and it was a fantastic looking ass. That ass she has now is clearly fake.
What year?
And this is the fucking problem that I have with fake asses. That hers looks too perfect. Just like I don't like fake titties. They look too perfect. Show me you got some fucking mileage on you. That's me.
Okay, so you like them broken in. You like to shop for your baseball gloves at Play It Again Sports.
Yeah.
I hear you. You don't want to do that.
That's why Megan's ass looks so damn good. And the fact that you sit here and you denigrate that poor woman. You denigrate that delicious fucking creature.
Juicy.
Tory Lanez should have got her in the ass and not the foot. And then that way it could have fixed her.
Wow.
I am not siding with Aaron on this one.
Sir.
I am now Team Marquise. Team Marquise all day.
I didn't think that would make people mad. I thought it was a funny shoot him in the ass joke.
Sir.
The fact that your wife knows what a good ass is and you is alarming.
Look, this is a matter of opinion, and you guys are allowed to be wrong. I mean, a nice high and tight ass that sticks out a little, perfect. You can squeeze it with both hands. You can hold it in the palms of your hands. If your ass makes my fingers go into the skin and I can't grasp it, it's gross.
Go into the skin. What, you're grabbing fucking, what are you grabbing, Play-Doh? Is that what you think a big, juicy, fat ass is?
Yes.
Fucking Play-Doh?
I think it's like it's quicksand.
Oh,
I'm going to test this.
I don't want to grab an ass and feel like it's going to take off with a speedboat and I'm going to have to hang on to it.
Oh, my God.
Your racism really sickens me. You know what? Good ass knows what good ass is.
Wait, how is that racist? How is that racist? Are you saying that black women have big motorboat asses?
No.
Yes! And that's why I love them.
Oh, he is. Okay. No, my thing about Megan is she's so symmetrical, though, somehow. Like, her shoulders line up with her hips. She's not, like, out of control anywhere. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Right. You know who else's hips lined up with their ass and their shoulders? Ray Lewis.
No, they didn't. Men are like upside-down triangles. Your shoulders are always broader.
Marquise doesn't like hearing this. Megan Thee Stallion reminds me of Ray Lewis.
I want to fucking throw hot coffee on you.
I know you do.
Sick of this.
I know you do. All right. Well, look, talk to you
Thanks,
later,
Marquise. Buddy. I like that. All I got out of that phone call was Marquise saying, "Good ass knows good ass." Thank you, April.
But April's ass is my ass. That's my ass.
Why is it that if you're with me, you get to just claim it? That's mine. I worked on that.
That's my taste in ass.
Oh, it's your taste in ass.
Right. That's my ass. Hashtag my ass.
Okay, what year was the sex tape for Kim? Can we look up a comparison to then and now?
It was, hold on one second. I have, this is for Marquise. Episode after we're done today. Sorry.
I don't know if Marquise was here. We had this conversation last week sometime. It seems to happen a lot.
It does happen a lot.
A woman, I think she's of color, that I got Aaron to admit was really pretty was that Saweetie chick. I don't know anything about her, but I know she's pretty. Now, wait a minute.
You're saying it like you had to tie me up and waterboard me to admit that a black chick was hot.
Pull her up.
There are black women I find attractive.
She's very pretty.
Saweetie is gorgeous.
I don't even know what she does. I think she's a
You know who else
singer?
I used to think was hideous and now I think is very pretty? And we're going to talk about her a little bit later.
Don't know.
Black China. Black China was a gross, bubbly thing popping out everywhere.
Yeah, but we've got her to dissolve her ass now.
We got her to melt all the weird shit in her ass. And now she actually looks cute.
Look at this chick. Show people. She's beautiful.
I like Saweetie.
That in that purple dress up there though.
Yeah, I like that. I like the black hair though. I like when I don't mind when they straighten it or whatever, even though that scene is like, how dare you? You're giving in to the white man or whatever. I don't like it when like women in general, but like when black women go with the crazy hair colors, it's just like when white women go with the crazy hair colors. Yeah. I'm like, no, I actually don't mind the natural hair look.
Where's her booty though?
It's because you know what I like? I like nappy headed hoes, baby. Yeah, it's 7:44 in the morning. I must return from hell. Yeah, see, like, this is cute to me.
She's very pretty. I still haven't seen her ass, but
I'd fuck her. She wouldn't feel a goddamn thing after all the. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Do you think it's just worn out?
No, I don't. I know that's a very middle school way to think.
They absolutely.
They do not blow out and wear out. They come on back. They come on back now. You hear?
I knew you were an animal.
King Kong. Otherwise, anyone I've been with would never fuck anyone again. Am I right? Hey. I had to let people know that I'm full of shit. Bob's backhoe operator says, yes, Aaron, you like your asses high and tight like an NFL running back, right? No.
Tightest and highest they come.
I mean, I don't mean like Saquon Barkley.
Those are the biggest thunder thighs I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
Well, they were constructed in a lab. You see, back in the slave days, they used to take the big black and breed them with the big woman.
Nope.
And then they would have a big black kid.
Jimmy?
And that
wrong show.
Jimmy the Greek would come back today, fully knowing what happened to him. And
he'd still say it.
He would, like, trying to be good on his best behavior, he would still say it. Like, that speech that Jimmy the Greek gave was so from the heart.
Yeah.
That, like, he would try to be a good boy. He's like, all right, they're going to ask me, and I'm going to shut my fucking mouth. Jimmy, what do you think about Martin Luther King Day, black athletes and all that? I think black athletes are wonderful. I think that they're great. I love that they're in the game. I mean, who cares that they got all their muscles from whites breeding them during slavery? Fuck! God damn it. All right, rewind, take me back. Like, that's Jimmy the Greek. If he's in hell, that's his hell. They just keep rewinding that luncheon. Yeah. And they're like, all right, Jimmy, you're going to nail it this time. And he always fucks it up. And like, sometimes it's really bad. Like, sometimes he's just so frustrated.
I'm waiting for you to fucking.
He's so frustrated with his eternity that one day they're like, Jimmy, what do you think about black athletes? Ends, the whole lot of them. And it's, all right, Jimmy, now we're going back. Sorry, I get mad. Jimmy, you're here for a long time. Pace yourself. All right?
Maybe he's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time.
King Kong Dong with $2 says Aaron likes his asses male-shaped.
It does kind of sound that way.
Red Fox Mad with 199 says Marquise would make an amazing second mic. Maybe I could do a Wednesday for a couple hours with Marquise.
That'd be cool.
Could talk about some things.
Get your street cred up.
Yeah, then people wouldn't think I'm racist. I'm just kidding. Yes, they would. Ryan the Garbage Man says Tajari P. Hansen is hot.
People always say this.
Tajari P. Is it Henson or Henson?
We look this is a repeat of last week. We looked this chick up.
Did we look at her?
And we both said that there's something wrong with her face, kind of.
But she's cute. Like, she's fine, but like, she looks like she'd be a daytime TV judge. You know?
Oh.
She looks like she's gonna judge divorce court one day.
Brandy was pretty. Remember Brandy?
Ready for this? And I don't want Marquise to call on this, but Brandy was mid. I don't feel any heat from Brandy.
I just feel so deflated around you.
Brandy can't lose with $20. Says play the Rikishi theme music for Marquise. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I didn't get there. But that's going to put us 95 away from this morning's goal. If you feel like chipping in, there's PayPal, there's Streamlabs. Those are the best ways to do it. But we've been doing it all super chats today. Those count as well. Thank you over on Rumble. We appreciate you guys being there. Eagle of America, John and SLP, Thick Strings, and the other hundreds of people that are watching over on Rumble. We appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up, hit follow. If you're on YouTube, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe.
Johnny K and I are on the total same page here. Aaliyah was hot as fuck. Prove me wrong. I think she was delicious.
Yeah, the Sharks thought so.
Could you not? It is always too soon for the Aaliyah jokes. And she was...
Sharks come cruising. 3 singers went into the water. None came out. June the 14th, 2002. I'll never play an Aaliyah song again. Aaliyah. Let's see what she looked like. Ooh, she looks better then than she does now.
Sexiest vampire movie ever, by the way, Queen of the Damned. She plays like the Queen of the Damned, and she is hot as fuck. Like,
Boy, she had no idea.
With her hips, like she moves them a certain way. Fuck.
She had no idea how biographical that film would become. Queen of the Damned. You see, because she's dead.
A sick man.
Well, she's been dead for a while.
Leave her alone.
I don't think she can hear me.
She is hot, though. I've always been on Team Aaliyah.
Are you guys ready for me to say something that might be sacrilegious? And I don't want to. I don't want to upset the blacks.
You shut up.
I'll take Ashanti over Aaliyah.
You better pull her up and prove it then.
All right.
Change my mind.
I will take Ashanti over Aaliyah.
Nope.
She's adorable. Come on. She's so cute. Holy fucking shit. I didn't know she looked like that. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'd still take Aaliyah. Okay,
Really?
pull up Brandy then. You said Brandy's mid. Pull up Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy, I wasn't in, like Moesha, I didn't get into Moesha.
That is
not the right brand. Oh, Brandy Love, we should probably skip past those. Holy shit.
That's not the one.
That is not. Dude, they're whitewashing Brandy?
What the
fuck?
hell? Why is that not the one that comes up?
Oh, because it's with a Y.
Okay, I recant on Brandy. I'm not a Brandy chick.
Because she looks like a chick from looks like a chick from a Steve Madden commercial.
I've seen too many other hot bitches on the screen to put her in the same category now.
It's like if Serena Williams had AIDS. Sorry. Am I being offensive this morning?
Yeah.
I'd like to apologize.
That one wasn't right. That one didn't hit for me.
I'd like to apologize. People are saying, Marquise says Brandy is mid. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I totally take back my statement on her.
But now people are only bringing up black girls, so now I feel like I've facilitated some kind of meeting here that I wasn't planning on arranging.
What's your ideal hot girl?
Wow. Give me a prime Scarlett Johansson.
I don't like that you had to think about that.
Give me a Hitch Eva Mendes. Give me...
I'm not an Eva Mendes chick at all.
I liked Eva Mendes. Give me a prime Scarlett Johansson. Give me mixed in with some Eva Mendes.
Look, Z, I understand. I wish this is not that.
Z says April is his ideal. Yeah. How many times have I told you? I remember when we were first dating, I paused Endgame at a certain point because I went, "Holy shit, Scarlett Johansson looks just like you in this scene."
You did text me that, but
yes.
I don't see that. I don't think that's accurate. I've never understood that take.
So her, Eva Mendes, and you know what? Someone says Charlize Theron. Not bad. Not a bad pick.
She's pretty hot.
I'm going to go peak Hayden Panettiere. All right. Fuck me to death.
I didn't like that take.
All right. Well, I'm mixing it all in there.
But this is your take.
And I love a good Natalie Portman. More so than Keira Knightley.
I'm not going to say she's not beautiful, but that would not be my ideal. No way.
Dark Knight Rises, Anne Hathaway. Not bad. All right. Well,
God, you guys. God. I feel like Anne Hathaway is like that. She's pretty, but she's not like
people are not liking
one.
I am seeing a lot of stuff in the chat here that they don't like. Oh, dude, in middle school, Shakira, I think I would beat off to Shakira music videos.
Shakira is smashable to anybody.
Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street.
Margot Robbie in anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's.
Yeah, I agree with D. Gulag. Portman is too pointy. Like, there's something too weird, and she's too petite. There's like, I'm small, but she's like extra small. Like, she's double X small.
All right. She's pointy. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
I didn't mean to pick a pointy bitch. Unless it's the Pointer Sisters, am I right? It's Raining Man.
Gal Gadot is super smashable, but
can't get over that voice.
I can't get over the voice, and
I can't get over her. I can't get over her. I'm going to wipe out Palestine accent that she has.
I can't get over the stupid, dumbass music that plays behind her in every single Wonder Woman scene.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hate it.
I can't take it. That voice is the last thing many Palestinian children ever hear. I just can't.
No, I like to picture that as Gila Klein's voice. Actually.
Oh, God, that would be so...
Can we just pull up a tiny bit
that
of
would
Gila
be
quick?
So non-comforting. Ryan the Garbage Man with $5. Thank you very much, buddy, over there on PayPal, as it were.
Olivia Munn.
I loved Olivia Munn.
She's pretty hot.
Jessica Alba. Which one's the smaller one? Alba or Beale? I don't like the one that's got the wide shoulders.
Alba is the small one.
I like the smaller one.
Really,
Yeah.
between those two, I'm going Beal all day long. Actually, I think like the hottest moment, I got to see some prime Beal cheeks, and in
Sure.
Chuck and Larry when she's
Yeah.
in her underwear in the room. Oh God, taking the day.
Wow,
off.
you don't want to do an Ed and Michele segment? What a quitter.
Not with that shit on me.
How do you what do you think the horse had on
I
him?
think you should apologize.
I can't take a backward step. I'm too invested in this position. Ed and Michele did a video recently called The Pasta Question. This was uploaded yesterday. Now, if you're not familiar with Ed and Michele, Ed and Michele are a simple Midwestern couple is the best way I can describe them. And they go to really janky, shitty restaurants, but they review, and a lot of buffets, and they review them like they're 5-star cuisine. Ed and Michele give the Bobby Flay treatment to restaurants Bobby Flay would have a penicillin shot before he would walk into. Is that accurate? Oh, somebody's being cunty over the horse issue. All right, guys, let's allow me to cut my... Do you want to cut my nuts off? Would that make you feel better?
I don't want to touch your nuts.
Oh.
I think they're fine the way they are.
Thank you. That's actually very nice and not body shaming. So, Ed and Michele want to solve something for us, April. How do you say the word pasta?
Pasta.
How have you heard other people say it?
Pasta.
Pasta?
No, nobody fucking says pasta.
I've heard people say pasta.
Oh, don't you even dare.
Absolutely.
Nobody has said pasta.
Yes.
Ever. No.
Well, let's talk to Ed. I don't want you getting mad at him now.
If that's where this is going.
This is Ed from Ed and Michele with The Pasta Question.
Hey everyone, Ed here from the Great Indoors. Today I'm just about to start eating my rigatoni and meatballs that Michele made for me. Check it out, everyone.
Aw.
That looks
Michele made Ed
delicious.
some nice meatballs and rigatoni.
Look how cute he is.
That's an adorable portion size. That's a good portion size.
That
there.
is, the whole plate's not even full.
Yeah.
Wow, she did
It's
a really
steaming.
good job. And nothing beats some nice pasta that Michele makes at home. It saves us a lot of money. But here's the thing. The other day, actually just a few moments ago, I was watching a video on YouTube.
What is that?
And this Canadian
Oh, poor Ed. Poor Ed wanted to bring up a visual aid for everyone, and his fucking tablet wouldn't swoop up.
What's it sitting on? I like that.
foodie that I watch quite a bit, he was doing a review on the pasta that he was eating up in Canada. And he kept on calling it pasta.
I told you.
God, that is nauseating.
This has set off a controversial uproar in the Ed and Michele universe. They need to solve this thing. How do we pronounce it? Now, I would personally say pasta. And I think if you say pasta, you should have your... I honestly, I believe you should be treated like McMurphy at the end of Cuckoo's Nest. Just lobotomized. You're not using your brain
God.
anyway. Let's call the whole thing
To
off.
me, it's kind of like people say, ooh, tomato, tomato. Nobody says tomato. I'm sorry, it's tomato.
Right.
It's not tomato.
And I started wondering to myself, am I pronouncing it incorrectly?
That gaslighting bullshit on food is ridiculous. I hate that shit. You say some food a really dumb way, and then other people have to go. It's like when I hear people say Illinois.
Ew. Oh.
I go, are we supposed to pronounce the S?
Hey, check it out. Arkansas.
Nobody says Arkansas. But Illinois, I've heard people say, oh, Illinois. And I'm like, am I supposed to have been? No, have some confidence in yourself. You were saying it right the whole time. The person you're listening to is a fucking idiot. I don't like that this person is making my boy Ed here question himself.
I feel like the only time we should be thinking like this is when we go to a French restaurant. We can't read anything.
Exactly.
Okay?
Am I supposed to be calling it pasta?
No.
And I don't know. It just seems to me that I've always thought it was pasta. So I had to do a little bit of research.
I love that fucking Ed is now the Seinfeld of food. Like, what's the deal with pronouncing it pasta?
I had to do a little research.
Hey, do I have to do a Google search? Am I saying it wrong? Is pasta the way it's always? Or is it pasta? I don't know, but I'm getting hungry. Actually, I was just reading here a second ago.
Eh?
You actually do call it pasta when you've already eaten it previously in the day.
Oh, you are sick. You are a sick man.
And then when you're going to eat it in the future, you call it Futura. Stuff.
Aw.
Future stuff.
I have never
No, I wouldn't want to
quite felt this way before.
I wouldn't want to fuck me either.
And this is what I was able to come up with.
Ah! You came up with an old Jewish woman?
Why?
What the fuck?
That was really scary.
Ed, you gotta warn us when you do shit like that.
I don't. There's a grape on the wall. What is this?
I didn't know if it was pasta or pasta, so what I came up with was a scary old Jewish chick. Thanks, Ed.
Why did we do this?
I don't know, because Ed hates us.
And this is what I was able to come up with. Okay, we are here with Jean Straffi, and she's Italian, and she's also 99 years old. And you know, you don't even look it. You look, oh. But anyway,
I'm sorry, Ed. You're a very nice man. She looks every bit of 99 years old.
You're saying that's not her natural hair color?
That is a 99-year-old woman. Look at her gray roots. I mean, God, can we get her a better dye job? She's 99, for Christ's sake. Help her out. Aww. So, no, Ed.
I mean, she looks, strapping and
why do
beautiful.
Italians and Jews always end up looking identical when they get old?
How about just old people?
No. Old Germans are full of character.
she's cooked probably more Italian food than I could probably count to. Gene, tell me now.
Mean, that's hard. Everybody's done that. And how high are you going to count to before you go, I'm fucking bored? You've made a lot of Italian
I
food.
thought he said cow too.
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, how do you pronounce it? Is it pasta or is it pasta?
It's pasta.
Are you sure now?
I'm positive.
It's pasta.
I'm positive.
That's the way your A is pronounced.
Okay. So it is pasta.
Yes.
And you are Italian.
Yes.
And that's the way. Okay, well,
Show me your fucking ID. Show me a picture of you from the old... Ed's really grilling the shit out of this old lady. Is it pasta? Yes. Are you sure? You're old and stupid. Yes, that's what it is. You're positive. Yes.
Really bringing her to a boil.
Yeah. Well, he's really noodling her.
Oh, ew.
I appreciate you letting us get...
She's a saucy old broad. I'm sorry, I'm being a meatball.
this straight. Okay, it is pasta. All right, Gene, thank you very much.
That's just like the letter E and I. That's interchangeable.
Right.
Straffi ends with an I.
Yeah.
It's pronounced E.
Right.
The letter E is pronounced I.
Straffi.
Ed, you can just say shut the fuck up and cut.
Or you could have just cut this out because you clearly cut to this.
It would have been very funny if Ed would have turned away, like with the camera, and just started walking away while she's doing the Straffi bit. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't need you for that part.
I'm gonna go eat.
I know that you're alone at 90-some years old, and I know that you just want to talk to some people, but I ain't that motherfucker. You understand?
Yeah.
This better be fucking good to interrupt Ed and Michele. Oh, Ryan the garbage man, you got a lot of heat right now. What's going on?
You know, this is not about pasta. This just goes to show you how fucked up Canadians are. How do you pronounce Mazda?
Mazda.
Mazda.
Yeah. Canadians pronounce it Mazda.
Wow, they say we're bad with A's. No, get that off the screen, asshole.
Sorry.
We don't do that here. Sorry.
Anyway, Ryan.
Is it Wilmer or is it Wilmar?
Oh, gross. Either way, it's not good.
Okay, look, it's Bill Maher. Okay. Can I go back to Ed and Michele, please? You are not the star of this show.
Okay,
all right.
Have a good weekend.
The fucking gall of somebody during an Ed and Michele segment to go, I'm going to call and I'm going to talk about Mazda and Wilmer.
But is it gall or gal?
Let's listen to this old bitch rant about Straffi.
What is that?
B. Right. Okay, great. All right, thank you, Gene Straffi. I found out that a lot of actors from Canada, when they're in America doing movies, they are told to not pronounce it pasta. That's one of their words that they are used to saying pasta. Or even if Americans come up to Canada to...
Ed, this has officially become autistic, buddy. We've answered the question. You got an old bitch from the old country, And she answered and by the way,
Did you steal her?
did you just find an old person? And did you go into a nursing home just for your day and go, look, man, I'm going to have like 100 or 200 people watching this on YouTube.
It's like the Gallaghers and Shameless. They stole an old lady from a nursing home and kept her.
Like, did you just go into a nursing home and just start filming some old lady and like demand that she answer your noodle questions?
This is our Aunt Ginger.
God damn, Ed. You have really... Look, the guy goes all out for his craft. I get it.
To do a movie that's filmed supposedly in the setting of America, they want the Canadians to also call it pasta. And like actors like Michael Myers and Seth Rogen, they both have pretty thick Canadian accents. And they had to learn...
He has a drippy
they had
sink.
to pronounce it pasta.
Oh, is it now? I'm not going to be able to stop looking at it, guys. Let's take a look at Ed's drippy sink.
It takes about 10 seconds, but it drips.
Because honestly, he's been going on for 3 minutes now. I think we answered the pasta question in the first minute, and he is
His sink is crying.
bound and determined. The sink is telling you, dude, it's time to go. Like, we got it. Pasta.
Come fix me.
Instead of pasta. Well, anyway, as I put in the clip of Mrs. Stratton.
There it is.
Oh, it's dripping.
You know, what she says to me goes because she's Italian, and
I always trust the ramblings of a 99-year-old Italian woman in a nursing home. That's
when is the star of the show going to get here?
the sink.
she's been around
Michele.
for a while.
Oh,
and
a hair.
I did some searching and
a hair just fell into Ed's food. Holy Christ. Guys, watch this again. I don't know where this hair came from. I don't know where it fell out of, but you will watch a hair come from the left side of the screen down into Ed's food. Ed, don't eat that pasta. Get Jean in here. She'll tell you how to say it.
I hope it's an ear hair.
Italian,
Watch.
and she's been around for a while. And
Look.
I did some searching and
Ed!
Oh, it's curly.
Ed, there's a hair, there's like a guy sprinkling pubes over top of you.
Dude, you're not shitting me. That whole thing came floating in and it was curly.
Right into Ed's food.
she's been around for a while.
Look, there it is.
I did some searching on Google.
That's like, Ed, that's right on your fork, brother.
Dude, you can't eat that.
Ed, don't eat that rigatoni. You're going to choke.
Michele, save him. Where's
and
Michele?
Google even let's check it out.
She's
now
there.
and
She
see
cooked.
what Google has to say. All right, let's get out of this.
Why
here.
are you Googling if you already asked?
Watch him aimlessly swipe through screens.
It's like you see porn. Like Ed's like swiping through and there's like an aggressive like DP MILF porn on there. And it's like, he's into like, what do you call him? The, oh God, the gag.
you got
He's
it.
into like the gagging videos.
Okay.
Like we just see a woman with spittle
Like the
falling
deep
out of her mouth,
throating?
and a giant
The
cock. in her
throat
throat.
fucking.
Yeah, like Ed's just into really aggressive shit. Because he's like older and he's been watching it forever and like it takes more and more.
He'll be at hentai in no time.
Oh God, octopuses fucking 8 women at a time.
Ew.
You got Google, and then we go
Ed, there's a hair in your food. Don't take a bite of this at the end.
pronounce
Your rigatoni's getting cold,
pasta.
motherfucker.
Okay. Let's hear what the Google has to say on this one here. All right.
Pasta.
Hear that?
Nope.
One more time.
Oh, we are up close.
Pasta.
Google.
There you go, guys. It's been solved. A question none of us were asking.
How do we say jackass in Canada? Like, I mean,
And Ed's still got 2 minutes to lecture us on pasta here.
Says it's pasta. So I wanted to figure out, how did Canada come to start calling it pasta?
How do you still have thoughts about this? How are you still wondering?
he is so fucking cute. Look at him. He's so innocent.
Honestly, if Ed had spent this much time thinking about pancreatic cancer, we'd have a cure by now. And instead, Ed decided to go, how did the Canadians end up talking so funny, eh?
Well, it turns out that the English in England, their way of pronouncing it is pasta.
Oh, God.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you know what else the English do?
No. I mean it. Get the fuck out of here. What do they do?
Fucking English. So, you know how when I make a cup of tea here, I have a cup of tea.
Yes.
Right? I call it that?
Yes.
Would you like a cup of tea? Okay.
Yes.
Do you know what they call it?
I don't like it. I'm going to let you say it.
Cuppa.
April almost killed our TV yesterday.
Cuppa. Cuppa.
April almost murdered our television.
They don't even say tea. It's just cuppa.
She hates it.
I want a cuppa.
Can't stand
Fucking
it.
gross.
I said, okay, that's England.
You want to do a 5-minute, 38-second video
On why
on
we
it?
hate the English.
Yeah, we'll find a 100-year-old English broad in a nursing home, and we'll just ask her questions.
I will take her in.
America says pasta. Let's find out. Let's go to the source. Let's see what Italy has to say. And I did another
Why?
search on
Well, you already asked the old lady, so now she doesn't count? You got to do another search?
She's an Italian transplant.
Yeah.
another YouTube channel that's out of Italy, and they also say it's pasta, not pasta, pasta. So the Americans say it's pasta, the Italians say it's
Ed, we've been over this.
What does South Africa call it?
Your rigatoni is getting cold. There is a hair in your food, and you're losing your mind over this topic.
What
Pasta.
do the
Me-
tribesmen in the Amazon rainforest call
We
it?
need to know what the Lingawa say about this whole issue.
the Lingawa.
I think it should be pasta. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments.
I think it's time to end the video.
It's the hard-hitting questions from Ed.
Ed doesn't take any shit from anybody.
I'm most pissed though that Michele is clearly here because she cooked that goddamn food and she won't put her face.
And
on
her
camera.
hair is in the food.
Do you think it's say number one for the American way of saying pasta, or number two if you like to say pasta? I want to hear what you guys have to say on this issue, because I know that I screw up quite a bit in my videos.
No.
No, that you
No.
can do no wrong.
Not at all, Ed.
Stop
Don't
it.
listen to him. You're only 4 minutes and 40 seconds into your, how do you say it, pasta or pasta video. There's still a minute left, buddy. You have confidence. You're not doing anything wrong.
Keep that confidence.
We're listening wrong.
When it comes to like ravioli, that's wrong. You're supposed to say ravioli. Everything
Do you see why we love these two?
They're cute. They're endearing.
with an R in Italian is supposed to be, you're supposed to twist your tongue. And
Roll your
you know
R,
how horrible
you
I am
mean?
when it comes to Mexican food. I can't pronounce anything to save my life. So I'm guilty just as
It's called chimichanga, Ed. You
Is
got
it
this.
Is it tortilla or tortilla? Which one is it?
We have a 19-minute hard-hitting expose on Ed and Michelle's The Great Indoors.
Chimichanga or chimichanga? Yes. Comment below.
Taco Bell, real Mexican food?
Or
Check out the 3-hour special on Ed and Michelle's The Great Indoors.
Excuse me, it's Taco Bell.
much as anyone else, but I'm trying. So if there's the right way to pronounce it and I'm mispronouncing it, let me know so that I could clean it up for you guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. I want to hear from you. Let me know how you guys pronounce
Comment below.
pasta. Or is it
Don't eat
pasta?
it. Don't take a bite. There's
it in the
hair in there.
Oh,
Stay
Ed,
safe, everyone.
No, Ed,
Have
don't take a
great
bite.
If you back it up, can we
Indoors
see
day.
it?
No,
Bye-bye.
don't. Ed, don't take a bite. Don't take a bite, Ed.
If
Don't-
you
oh, thank
if
God.
you backed
Okay.
it up to the plate up close, could you see it?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
God damn
It's a
it,
little
Aaron.
tiny hair fella. Well, there you go, guys. The Great Indoors. I got to leave a like.
You have
For Ed and
You have to
Michele.
like it.
And then I will say, my grandfather, a Nazi captain.
No, don't you put that in here. This is Ed and Michele, you piece of shit.
Sorry. My grandfather,
God,
Called
I
it-
don't want to be mad at you.
my grandfather called it guinea salad. Can I leave that one?
You know what? By all means.
My grandfather called
Do
it
what you
wop
want.
lettuce. Can I please write that?
Don't ask my
their
permission. You're
video.
clearly your own soul.
I just left the comment
Oh
on
my
Ed and Michelle's
God.
channel. My grandfather called it guinea salad. Here we go.
What does it say about me?
Hold on. $2
Why?
from Bill Loney. Aaron pronounces vague weird. Let's do a video. You got 5.5 minutes?
Vague. What is it? Somebody tell me how vague is supposed to sound.
I think you pronounce it with more of an F sound at the beginning. Yeah. So there we go. Figure out this digital blackface thing.
Okay.
We'll do it together. This to me seems like another changing the rules in the middle of the game. You know, I talked about this earlier. When it comes to the internet, people just don't want to admit that there's plenty of room on the internet for everyone to kind of do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of room to do whatever you want. You don't have to come up with words to try and trip them up or like. There is a very specific autistic group of people, and unfortunately a lot of them are in media, that need everything their way on the internet. Like you find it.
Oh, good luck with that.
You find it on CNN, pretty much anything that has a comment section or a message board. You have this cancerous problem of the internet of people not being able to understand, hey guys, big place, plenty of room.
Lots of opinions.
Right. Relax. All right. Everybody just take it. And when you're done, turn the fucking thing off and go do something.
Interact with real people.
Because otherwise you end up like John Blake from CNN and you sit on the internet all day and you come up with digital blackface. And in your mind, you swear to God you think you're helping.
Well, I mean, this is pretty atrocious. Look at this lady doing digital blackface here. She just...
That's Sweet Brown, and she's saying ain't nobody got time for that. That's not digital blackface. It's when you dirty whiteys use it as a funny meme. So you're allowed to watch the lady go, ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay.
You're allowed to go, huh, that's funny.
Okay.
But then if you post it as a way to be funny, then all of a sudden, now you're doing, the sun shines bright in my old Kentucky home.
A classic. I love that one.
Wonderful song, isn't it? Oh, I always forget where my shoe polish is every time I want to sing it.
I'm usually wearing it.
That's what it is. So maybe you share. So this is John Blake from CNN's words. This is not me. Everything that's about to come out of my mouth is from John Blake from CNN.
Once again, Aaron saying everything coming out of my mouth is from another man.
In a matter of speaking. In a matter of speaking. Maybe you shared that viral video of Kimberly Sweet Brown Wilkins telling a reporter after narrowly escaping an apartment fire, ain't nobody got time for that. Wow, great modern reference. Good job from 2009. I remember the internet. Good job, John. Perhaps you posted that meme of supermodel Tyra Banks exploding in anger on America's Next Top Model that said, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Or maybe you've simply used popular GIFs, such as the one of NBA great Michael Jordan crying, or of drag queen RuPaul declaring, girl. First of all, I want to bring out the first mistake of this article. The fact that he wrote it. That's mistake number one.
That's number one.
That's number one. He uses carrots. He uses bananas. He uses cucumbers. But the fact that again, this is where we need to go. I don't know if you need to go take a drive like Rocky and Rocky 4 and Robert Tepper needs to play. I don't know. But we need to back off the internet for a while. Because the fact that you thought about this long enough to put all of these memes and these GIFs in a category and then give it a name shows you were staring at a computer screen for way too long.
And you needed something to be angry about.
You needed something to be angry about. You literally created a whole new classification of offense. It's amazing when you think about it. You created a whole new classification of offense, and of course, it was based on race. Another sign that you've been on the internet too long. You're thinking about race, racity, race all the time.
I mean, am I the only one who doesn't? I don't really care.
No, 90, that's the weirdest thing. 90% of people on Earth don't give a shit.
Yeah, we all got, more important things to do.
That's why it's important. Go out and imagine someone who spends all their time on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, whatever.
Okay, me.
Imagine they go out and someone says, what have you been up to? If you describe to them what you've been up to, they'd go, oh my God, you're the saddest thing I've ever seen. Do I need to adopt you? Do we need to put you in a rehab program? You are remarkably sad.
Well, there's one problem with your little equation here. You're assuming they go out.
But that's
these
what I'm
are
saying.
People that as soon as the sunlight hits them, they just go, eh!
But that's the thing.
In.
If they did, I think it would be good for them because they, it's like hitting rock bottom if you're an addict.
Yeah, after they get past the whole starting spontaneously on fire, I'm sure
that's true. And imagine the vitamin D benefits. Your body would just be drinking it in. If you're black, so again, back to John Blake.
Okay.
And his feelings on digital blackface. If you're black and you've shared these memes, you get a pass. But if you're white, you may have inadvertently perpetrated one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism. You may be wearing digital blackface. I got to take breaks in between this. This is going to take a while. First of all, you don't get to say that if you're black and if you're white and if you're it's either bad or it's not. That's always been my problem with the N-word.
Yeah.
Is that they don't let me scream it. No, my problem with the N-word is
they
always...
let you.
Yeah. But they're baiting me.
Right.
My problem with the N-word argument has always been, if this word is terrible and this word is nasty and this word is disgusting, then you can't say it's okay
For them to say it.
for one group of people to say it, but not the other. It should offend you. It should be horrible. Well, then if your argument is, no, well, there's context and there's, there's a situation that needs to be understood. Well, then a word isn't good and it isn't bad, and then anybody can use it as long as the context is okay.
Okay.
But then they go, no, that's not true. So it is kind of bullshit when we start talking about words. And then it's even dumber when we start talking about memes and GIFs. Like, if you're at the point now where you're like, memes and GIFs are racist. This guy works for CNN. People have used these black memes to make him look like a dick and shit on his positions on Twitter. So now he's mad. He doesn't want them used anymore. So he came up with something. So when he says, if you're white, you may be inadvertently perpetuating one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism. No, you're not. You know how I know you're not committing it? Because this guy just fucking made it up.
I'm curious, is this guy white? Or like, I'm curious of what part of the fence does he land? Does he get to use them and not? Because that's one thing that bothers.
I think John Blake gets to use them. I think he's a light-skinned black gentleman. John Blake's a light-skinned black dude.
awfully nice of you to close the door behind you.
Yeah, very nice. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what everyone should say to his digital blackface. What an
Listen,
irony.
dude, girl, you got to get yourself together.
We were all rooting for you. I was rooting for you. That I could just dress as Steven from Django and stare at him menacingly. That would be the other one. So he says if you're black, you get a pass. If you're white, you're committing an insidious form of contemporary racism. It can't be an insidious form of contemporary racism when you just invented it 2 days ago. He says you may be wearing digital blackface. You know, I know you're not wearing digital blackface.
Because there's no such thing?
Because there's no such thing and you just fucking made it up. Digital blackface is a practice where white people co-opt online expressions of black imagery, slang, catchphrases, or culture to convey comic relief or express emotions.
So then I would assume, because we live in a world that makes sense.
Right.
So then
assuming too much.
Probably. But I'm guessing that, so then when people of color use memes and things made by white people, that's not acceptable. That's digital whiteface. Or I suppose we'll be calling that internet pearl necklace.
Yeah, I can't find that one in the article. Yeah, I can't find that one.
So you mean I can't use like Tyra Banks going, I was rooting for you, we were all rooting for you.
Right.
But people of color can use the meme of the guy who has to make a decision of pushing one button or the other and he's sweating it out?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to talk to John Blake to see what he discovered 7 minutes ago so he could chastise us all about it. Digital blackface is a practice where white people co-opt online expressions of black imagery. These expressions, what one commentator called racialized reactions, are mainstays in Twitter feeds, TikTok videos, and Instagram reels, and are among the most popular internet memes. Well, if most people out there aren't racist, and most people are using these memes and GIFs and stuff, then it's probably not racist. And also, are you not kind of calling the people in the GIFs minstrels in a weird way? Because you're saying like, oh, if I use their words or if I use a clip of them, well, then you're just demeaning and denigrating black people. You're saying that the black people in those memes look denigrated.
You're saying that they're behaving like stereotypes.
Exactly. So, again, I don't even feel good poking holes in this because it's one of those stories you should be able to look at and just go,
you shouldn't have to poke holes. You should be like, this is bull.
Yeah, you should just be like, this is dumb. But I want to, in my old age, I get more patient. And I like to give people a shovel and let them dig the hole themselves. So I want to see where this, I want to keep pulling at this thread and see where this goes. See, like, this is not digital blackface. See, Shaka hates this guy. He thinks Jonathan Blake sucks. See, Shaka's not digital blackface.
He is jumping mad.
That's right. He's hopping mad. Shaka Zulu. So, digital blackface involves white people play acting at being black, says Lauren Michele Jackson.
So what I do in the bedroom.
An author and cultural critic in an essay for Teen Vogue. Okay, if you're getting your cultural takes from Teen Vogue, I have to stop taking you seriously right then and there.
That might be your first problem.
Teen Vogue is a rag. That's the kind of magazine or website that would publish the like how to turn your dick into a vagina kind of videos. So in other words, stuff I jack off to. Jackson says the internet thrives on white people laughing at exaggerated displays of blackness. That is not true. The internet runs on violent autism, and you should know that.
You violent autist?
Yeah. Reflecting a tendency among some to see black people as walking hyperbole.
Again, this is someone who's taking this way, way too seriously. I didn't pick it because she was walking hyperbole. I didn't pick it because she was black. It was funny, and it fit what I was doing.
It was funny, and I just wanted to send it to someone to make them laugh. That was it.
You're the only one screaming that this is like digital blackface. I feel like the community of color at large isn't like, stop using that meme. It's insulting to us.
Yeah, I've never heard Michael Jordan go, I wish they'd stop using the one of me looking sad. He doesn't give a shit. Tyra Banks has never said anything about the "we were rooting for you" meme. The Real Satan Claus says,
She was
and here
rooting for it.
The Real Satan Claus, we bummed him out. He goes, and here I thought it was a new Snapchat filter. I know, we were all very excited.
I was like looking on my phone like I can't wait to use this.
Yes. Somebody wrote in the chat, and I don't remember who it was moving a little fast for me. They said, breaking news, if you're white and do stuff, you're racist. I mean, that's kind of where this article's leaning towards.
It's kind of where all of these articles lean towards. I never hear how it's racist for people of color to do stuff that seems overtly racist if white people do it.
Right.
Like, again, this person saying, oh, you can't do this. That's digital blackface, like we just said. So what happens when you do digital whiteface?
Well, guess what, black people? You can't use the Don Draper "I don't think about you at all" meme anymore. Or the GIF.
That's
Thanks.
white people stuff.
Yep, that's white people stuff.
That's white people shit.
White people wear suits and ride on elevators. So
White people have jobs. Jokes. These are jokes. It's a comedy program.
Oh, really? I was quiet because I was
agreeing,
considering the percentages. If you're still not sure how to define, if you're still not sure how to define digital blackface, please let CNN tell you. Jackson offers a guide. She says it includes a displays of emotion stereotyped as excessive. So happy, so sassy, so ghetto, so loud. Our dial is on 10 all the time. Rarely are black characters afforded subtle traits or feelings. I'm sorry, but if it's going to be a meme or if it's going to be a GIF, someone just sitting there all cool and shit doesn't exactly work.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the ladies and the cat having fucking salad or whatever meme. Those ladies aren't calm and collected.
Right.
They're screaming their ass off at a cat sitting opposite them.
That's why it's funny. It's not because, oh, white bitches, am I right?
Oh, Karens, am I right? Pussies.
Many white people choose images of black people when it comes to expressing exaggerated emotions on social media, a burden that black people didn't ask for. She said, nobody's giving.
You owe us for slavery and for the memes.
This is where people do need to skip the internet and go outside a little bit and fucking talk to people. Because if you go and you talk to a random black person about this, they'll go, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so I'm going to have to assume you're running some kind of scam on me. Get away.
Memes are fucking funny. I mean,
right.
Again, this whole like, oh, they use it to like characterize or somehow degrade black people. Have you not seen what memes are on the internet?
Right.
They're usually characterizing or degrading somebody no matter what. Like, it's not really racially motivated. It's just the internet. It's hate.
I'm sorry. From now on, I'll just use memes of Frederick Douglass sitting there nicely. How's that?
You guys have to stop using all the Hitler in the bunker memes.
Yeah,
that is white people shit.
That's right.
White people shit.
He's ours. Wait, what? No, I meant
6 million, 6 million.
No, it was a mix-up because you guys went with the digital.
I meant if you look at it mathematically on paper, what you're saying is to get that high, you'd have to run those in
the only
24/7.
There's only one meme I ever stopped using because of any bullshit threat like this. It was a Judd Hirsch meme, and it's because they threatened to cut off my bank account. Other than that, I will not stop using these memes. You cannot convince me. We are your sass, your nonchalance, your fury, your delight, your annoyance. A dark night. Your happy dance, your diva, your shade, your yas moments, Jackson writes. The weight of reaction, gifting, period, rests on our shoulders.
No, it doesn't. Stop making yourself so important.
You're such a victim. Oh, my God.
You couldn't entertain yourself on Snapchat without us.
Oh, what a martyr. Oh, Tyra Banks. I'm sorry, but you can't say that RuPaul, using a RuPaul meme is somehow like a racist thing. RuPaul is ridiculous. I'm sorry. That is not a white thing. That is not a black thing. RuPaul is over the top and insane on purpose.
I mean,
and ageless for some reason.
Yeah, RuPaul like literally looks exactly the same as when I first saw him, her, whatever. However Ru identifies.
Ru.
I know. Like RuPaul, just I always think like, oh, we're going to add you to stew to thicken. But like in general, like what was it? Escape from LA was the first time I saw RuPaul on screen.
Sure.
Looks exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Fucking weird.
It's fucking odd. In fact, minstrel blackface has emerged into even more subtle forms of racism that are now glorified all over the internet. Did you ever think that maybe the racism is just getting less? Do you think that maybe white people and black people have to consistently share more things and more time and exchange different items, so now people are just getting less racist? No, of course not.
Did you ever think the "you dirty N" was coming from inside the house?
You guys have trafficked in this racial politics for so long that you have no other way of making a living other than staying in the racial politic. So when things get better, you guys have to convince yourself, no, it just went underground, it got subtle. And the subtlety is memes and GIFs.
This is why you can't pitch hate. Because if the hate really isn't there, now you have to make it. It has to exist somewhere. Otherwise, you're out of a job.
Right. Oh, and then, yeah, their very next paragraph. Defining digital blackface isn't easy. Right. It's almost like you made it up. It's almost like there is no way to define it because whenever you guys are losing an argument and someone throws a meme at you, that's when you can define it because it's useful to you. Isn't it amazing that when people come up with these new terms like digital blackface, it always seems to benefit them? Like calling digital blackface always seems to work out in their favor.
Like the facts are beholden to your feelings.
Something of the sort, perhaps. So yeah, I'm sorry. You're not going to sell me on the digital blackface thing. I'm sorry. I just try another one. That's the other thing. I don't feel bad telling them that you're not going to sell me on the digital blackface concept. Because,
they'll come back at it.
Right. Next week, you're going to come at me with another pitch. You're going to tell me that wearing black athlete's jersey is now athletic blackface. And it shouldn't be allowed.
You're fetishizing the NFL.
Right.
I just wanted to support my team. Fuck me.
To which the NFL will then have you killed because you're fucking with their business. It's like, hey, are you John Blake? Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're John Blake. Yeah. Roger Goodell sends his regards. Don't fuck with my money, John.
You sucked on Cumia.
Now wait a minute. I feel like that. Why would that be a message for CNN's John Blake? I don't know. I don't understand it. Thank you very much to Doorman. He says, here's my digital reparation money for the memes I done posted. Oh, there you go. There's your digital reparation. Is right on PayPal. Thank you, buddy. 205 away from today's goal, and I'm using Socialist Media, my big sock account, with another $20.
Oh,
Thanks,
the
buddy.
memes shine bright on my social media.
We're 205 away. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for my voice here.
Halls monitor.
I gotta pop a Halls real quick. Medication.
I tell you not to swallow that jizz right before the show.
You know what it is?
What? You forgot to turn on the mister.
No humidifier today.
Mister.
Holy shit, you don't think you need it until you don't have it. And now I have no humidifier, and
I say the same thing about vagina.
Don't know what you got till it's gone. So yes, guys, I don't want to see any of you committing digital blackface. It's wrong. It's not good. And ain't nobody got time for that.
So you don't want to know what I was doing while I was in your bathroom.
I really don't want to know. No, that's
It was blackface and brown ass. It was really
plumbing blackface is what you were doing.
Well, I just meant I was scrolling and tweeting. Well,
April says, I filled it up. Turn the dial. Oh, here. I just got to go. Uh-oh.
is it not plugged in?
Oh, we got to turn it all the way up. Hold on.
There we go.
Hold on. We're watching.
Any minute now.
Guys, this is tense. This is like sex while you're camping. Get it?
How do you have sex while you're urban camping? That's the thing I wonder. I mean, you haven't showered.
I don't know, but there's definitely heroin involved. Before or after?
What made you think you wanted to hook up with that guy? Well, I saw his turd cutter, and I thought that looked like someone I could get with.
The humidifier's on.
Woohoo!
It's a going.
Sorry.
So Kanye West wrote on Instagram yesterday that he doesn't dislike Jews anymore, and he shouldn't let his beef with one or two people criticize an entire race. And he got to that. He reached this epiphany that he's been unfair to the Jews. And while he watched the movie 21 Jump Street starring Jonah Hill. That's of all the things. So Kanye started hating Jews because they were fucking with his money, poor management deals, what they'd done to black people in entertainment throughout history. All he did was laugh at the ass and titties song. And he's like, you know what? Jews are fine. Yeah. That's all the big booty bitches. And he was like, I like big booty bitches. You know what? Jews and I are okay.
We have more in common than we have putting us apart.
Wait, hold on. I know how we'll get him back. Quick, show him any Seth Rogen movie made in the last 5 years. He'll be back.
What?
He'll be back.
You don't have to limit it to the last 5 years. Just say any Seth Rogen
Any
movie.
Seth Rogen movie. When it comes to people realizing the error of their ways and correcting past wrongs, I guess it's good to take it any way you can get it. Still, this is pretty bizarre. This is from Not the Bee. Kanye West says he's done a 180 on his views about Jewish people and is no longer an anti-Semite. Now, wait, hold on a minute. They say 180. Now, 180 would mean like he's a yarmulke-wearing fucking Torah-reading guy. Mm-hmm. He's not. He's done maybe a 90, maybe a 120. He doesn't hate them anymore. He didn't do a full 180.
I've done a 180 on my views of anti-Semitism. There was probably about 3 million.
The rapper, that would be a 90-degree turn. The rapper took to Instagram Friday night to announce that he was watching the 2012 film 21 Jump Street, starring Hill and Channing Tatum, when he had his epiphany about the Jewish race.
You know, when I saw that, like, don't get me wrong, is Jonah Hill Jewish? I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. Look at him now. Like, well, never mind. I mean, I'm not going to get...
Looking at him in general, I just see rotund. But, yeah, he
got smaller, too. No, he's a pretty Jewish guy.
He always looks to me like, you know, like chubbly Eminem. Like if Marshall Mathers didn't have leg.
You mean like a chubby, dorkier version of Eminem? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so a Jew. Congratulations, Johnny.
You let Jonah Hill break up my whole crew.
So this is Kanye's Instagram post. Watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. No one should take their anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. Hear that, Hitler? No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you.
Jesus is Jew. Jesus is me. Jesus is everybody.
He's everywhere. So now Jonah Hill, like, are Jews mad at him, or is he like the anti-Semite whisperer? Like, are they going to start sending like copies of 21 Jump Street to Klan chapters?
Is TMZ going to start publishing articles about how Jonah Hill used to be associated with the Nazi party? Like, I mean, just something.
Yeah. Like, what happens to Jonah Hill now after all this? Because I know he didn't ask for any of it, but he's found himself smack dab in the middle of...
God damn it, Kanye, don't pull me into your shit.
Yes. I like Jews again. Watching 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people. That's weird. It's just odd that he and I see that movie differently.
I saw Jonah Hill and I realized I made some mistakes regarding Jewish people. God damn it, now we got to cancel Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill's gone. It's done. It's over. Sorry. Yeah, so Kanye, I guess, congratulations. Or as Johnny says, you gave up.
Way to puss out.
Bongo Mongo says Kanye wants his Nike deal back.
Look, if I knew that Kanye was just going to tap out after he lost a couple $1 billion, I would never have gotten behind him in the first place.
Matthew Jenkins says, show him Caddyshack 2. He'll be back to his old ways.
See, I was thinking, couldn't we just show him the documentary on, was it NWO? Was that the one?
NWA.
NWA.
Yeah, have him watch Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, Straight Outta Compton. You'll be back on it. Paul Giamatti. Actually, watch a lot of Paul Giamatti movies. He's a villain in a lot of movies, and he's great at it.
They really do make Paul Giamatti play a quasi-Jewish evil guy in a lot of movies. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of like little, like if Jews run Hollywood, why do they throw out those little dog whistles from time to time?
And this is the weird part. I learned that if they couldn't have gotten Tom Cruise for Tropic Thunder, they were going to go with Paul Giamatti.
Were they really?
No.
Oh God, I would have bought it.
But you would have believed it, right? Like, you'd be like, fuck, that could do it.
But that's like that's a movie studio making a movie that's racist, anti-Semitic, all of that shit.
And it's hilarious.
And it's hilarious. Like that Tom Cruise character is one of the funniest Jewish characters in movie history. I will unrain a ungodly fucking firestorm upon you.
I will fuck you up.
You will need a UN binding resolution to stop me from fucking massacring you. So I guess Kanye likes Jews
this
now.
This is Flaming Dragon.
Okay, Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. That's one of my favorite lines. So Kanye doesn't now. Kanye likes Jews. Good morning, Walker. Kanye likes Jews again. You know what I say to that? Give it a week. I don't mean to say anything, but Kanye has shown himself to be prone to irrational emotional outbursts. I just watched Jaws 3. It's fucking on again, you small hat wearing weirdos. It's like, oh shit, Kanye. Oh, we should have stopped him from watching movies at 21 Jump Street.
He was a great white shark, but his last name was Schwartz. Coincidence?
Decent Big Ball says he has a new movie with Eddie Murphy. It's all about Jews and blacks. What's it called? Aaron wrote this? Just wondering. There you go, guys.
It's called Put the Boogie in Your Butt. It's based off of a song.
I don't have anything else on the Kanye thing. That's it. He just wrote the Instagram post. That's the other great thing about Kanye. He doesn't like go and talk to people afterwards.
No, he just puts his opinions on like Twitter or Instagram, and most of us just get to go, oh, let's figure out what that means.
Right. They don't find him like out getting ice cream, and then TMZ talks to him. He's like, yeah, well, what I meant to say was to elaborate on my feelings on Jewish people. Nope. He just says, I'm cool with Jews again, and then goes away for like a month and a half. Then we'll figure out what other new thing he's on. My guess, raw milk. Raw milk.
We got to stop these milk crickets.
Yo, I was at Owen Benjamin's place, and now I love raw milk and rutabagas. Spread the motherfucking word. My next album's going to be called Raw Milk and Rutabagas. Get ready for it. Guys, we are 195 away from knocking out today's goal and hopefully over 300 in the like department and heading towards 400 by the end of the show. Thank you very much to Scarface with $10 on PayPal. Says Kanye should know, show out with Mel Gibson. He could Kanye. Oh boy, you know what? Fuck it. I'm reading this how it was typed.
Right.
Because otherwise I look like an idiot trying to read it. Scarface with $10 says Kanye should howl out with Mel Gibson. He could Kanye advice on how to circumvent this without bending a knee. I don't know if he bent a knee. I think Kanye's just a weirdo, and I believe him. He watched 21 Jump Street, and now he doesn't hate Jews. I just think Kanye is kind of fucked up.
I just think Kanye's accountant is the one who got access to his phone one night and tweeted for him.
Yeah. Him writing that he watched 21. So when he writes that, like, he's not too big on the Jews, like, everybody goes, oh, he needs help. Oh, he needs medication. Oh, he needs to be committed. But then he says something equally crazy on the other side, like, I watched a 2012 comedy movie with Jonah Hill, and now I think Jews rock. Like, that's also, like, he's showing a little mental instability there. But nobody's saying, like, he should be in a hospital, he should be committed, nothing like that. Because he said he went crazy the right way.
I just feel like we should have someone, like a stewardship or something.
A conservatorship on Kanye?
Yeah.
There you go.
Because I feel like, yeah, he's kind of turning it around right now, but as soon as he watches Green Hornet, that fucking thing is going to turn right back.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta shut down movies for Kanye now. No more movies, and he won't cause you any more trouble. We've kind of busted Matt Walsh's balls on this show. We've kind of made fun of him for, I don't know, he seems to have like that not trolley attitude. What am I looking for? He seems to have that idea that like everything he says is 100% how it needs to be. He's right on the money about everything, but he doesn't understand that he's just as biased as the people he attacks.
Right.
I appreciate people like what I like about Tucker is Tucker will tell you 100% unbiased. Matt Walsh does this thing where he watches a Dylan Mulvaney video, and instead of making fun of it, he's like, and the crusade to save the country will go through Dylan Mulvaney, and this is why she's terrible. And it's like, Matt, this is low-hanging fruit. We all know why Dylan Mulvaney's terrible. Let's, this is to be clown-pilled and mocked and ridiculed. And he uses these low-lying fruit. I'm using the terminology. That's not a Dylan Mulvaney thing.
You're not talking about Dylan's low-hanging
They're
fruit.
already burying me in the algorithm on YouTube already. I don't need any more trouble. So he goes with these low-hanging fruit and these straw men. And I don't see Matt Walsh as like this conservative heavyweight that he thinks he is and other people think he is. But I don't think Matt Walsh is a terrible guy who's, evil and needs to be taken down and this, that, and the other thing. He's now getting threats against his family. And anyone who knows me and this show knows that to me, that's about the scummiest thing you can do.
Well, it is. I mean, their family didn't do everything you're mad about.
Yeah, involving people who aren't involved and, all that shit. And that's, Citizen M is like, well, why won't you sit down with the fucking Melton? I won't because of that shit. If there's a lot of I would put up a list of terms that he would have to agree to. I still wouldn't have the stupid fuck on, but I'd want him to agree to that list of terms. I gave him a shot. He missed his shot. I granted him the benefit, and he scoffed at it. So no. But if he ever wanted a chance at it, he would have to say, yeah, I disavow this shit I did. This was really dirty. I was just really desperate for your attention. Love me, daddy. Love me, daddy. And I overshot. And one of those things is people who don't ask to be involved in this shit getting involved. This stuff with Matt Walsh, you can hate Matt Walsh. You can think he's the devil. You can think he's this, Nazi guy or whatever. But reading what I read yesterday, if Matt Walsh is being honest about this, and I have no reason to believe he isn't, then it's just another sign that we talked about this on 21 Guns, the Compound Media show that's going to be up at 11 a.m. Central Time today. So less than 3 hours. Go to Compound Media, get a free trial, see if you like it, then get a monthly subscription.
You'll like it.
You'll love it. And on 21 Guns, we talked about this. They asked the question, are we ever going to find middle ground again? Is like the country going to ever come together again?
I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
We're too divided on a lot of things.
Yeah, I just don't think it's coming back together. And mostly because Matt Walsh's family getting brought into this. And then if you bring it up to the people who brought up Matt Walsh's family, they won't apologize.
Nope.
They'll think it's okay. They'll think it's, they've convinced themselves that this guy's an evil Nazi that needs to be stopped. And so by any means necessary. Once one side or both sides of an argument start going to by any means necessary, it's fucked. I don't think it's salvageable.
Well, yeah, somebody else said that yesterday too. Like they go to these things because they have nothing else, but that's not okay. Like Matt Walsh's family didn't do these things that you're upset about with Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh is a douche, not his kids.
Right.
Sadly, I have to postpone my speech at Washington and Lee University due to threats against my family and other serious security concerns in Nashville this week. Hey, I got some advice for everybody. Can we just leave Nashville the fuck alone for a month or two?
I think so.
Haven't they been through enough? Like, can we? I saw that the trans community and the LGBT protesters, and this is getting reported nowhere, they completely had an insurrection. They stormed the Tennessee Capitol building. They went into the chambers. They ran roughshod all over the place, protesting that trans rights bill, that anti-trans bill that they don't like about teaching kids trans shit in schools or whatever it is.
Okay.
They had a January 6th. They had a legitimate insurrection. Nobody reported on it. Nobody talked about it. Then you got Madonna saying, I'm going to do a concert in Nashville. I'm going to give all the money to trans rights groups. Then you got Matt Walsh going, I was going to go to Nashville and make a speech. How about we establish a new rule? And this will go, new rule, okay. This will go to establish some goodwill, so maybe someday we can put this thing back together. How about after a mass shooting, we all stay the fuck away from that place for a couple months?
Right. Give them a little peace and time to heal.
Right. Don't turn a bloodbath into a battlefield for your cultural shit that you want to do. I cannot leave my family and fly to another state. I hate to push the event off, but my wife and kids come first. I intend to continue my spring college tour as planned in the coming weeks. The event at Washington and Lee will be rescheduled as soon as possible. The threats to my family only make me more determined to fight this evil. I will not let any harm come to my children or my wife, and I will not let these psychopaths scare me into silence. Neither of those things will ever happen, I promise you. Man, whether it's Trump, whether it's Matt Walsh, whether it's, any of this shit, anytime you decide to go and go to this level because you don't like someone, it may make you feel good in the short term. And in the short term, people may go, oh, wow, that's crazy. You fucking did that good. You should punish that guy.
That's wild.
In the long run, people who do that always lose. Always, for two reasons. One, now you have nowhere to go. Now you've gone to you've dropped your atom bomb. So if you don't eliminate your target with your atom bomb, now you just have to keep dropping them into an empty hole over and over and over. That's
kind of how I've felt lately. Like, you've said all the nastiest things you could say about us that are both untrue and shitty, but you've got nothing else.
You've shot your shot, is what I always like to say. You shot your shot, and you didn't kill your target. No. So now the people who do this to Matt Walsh, they're going to have to keep doing that. And then people are going to start looking at them and going, you're being psychotic. Like, this is madness. You need to stop doing this.
People see that.
And then the last phase of that is you drive yourself insane.
Yeah.
You go nuts.
Why isn't this working?
You get sick. You degrade yourself. You wear down. You just become toxic sludge. And that's what happens to these people with the purple hair and the septum piercing and all that stuff. They feel their whole identity becomes what they hate, and they just not only break down physically, these people never look good, but they have severe mental illness. And they've done it to themselves by filling themselves with, I have to get Matt Walsh's kids.
And someday, before you die, you're going to realize that you've done that to yourself, and you're going to wonder if it was worth it.
And that's going to be the saddest, loneliest place you get to in your life, is when you get to that point. When you know that line, when you get to know that person, you're not going to be happy. The Trump thing yesterday. This whole thing, it feels like one giant, I don't want to use the word psyop because I don't think that's what I'm trying to say, but it feels like one giant mindfuck.
Oh, yeah.
Because last Monday, 2 Mondays ago, it was Trump's going to get arrested on Tuesday. He's getting arrested on Tuesday. There's going to be a perp walk. Everybody should protest, this, that, and the other. And then we find out the Biden-China billions of dollars thing. And they drag the Trump story out all week.
And
then nothing happens. And then this week they tell us, well, the grand jury, they're going on a pre-scheduled break. They're going on like a hiatus. Yeah. They're going on a pre-scheduled hiatus. So they're all going to take a vacation. They're going to come back in the next week or two here. And then they're going to hear the hammer's coming down. They'll do the indictment. Then last night, yesterday afternoon, I should say, out of fuck nowhere, Donald Trump has been indicted. Ah! I get messages. Dude, there's going to be a civil war. Are you going to talk about this tomorrow? I'll tell you one thing. Goodness. I think that this Alvin Bragg in New York City, settling his personal political vendetta here, I think from what I'm reading from a lot of people who were on the fence about Trump, I think they may have just made him the nominee. Yeah. In 2024.
Many people have said this, and I agree. Like, are they basically trying to get him elected? because this is what it looks like.
We have presidents who have firebombed children.
Yeah.
Who are responsible for obliterating villages in the Bush administration, the Obama administration, probably the Trump administration. We have had presidents who have signed off on drone strikes at people's weddings where fucking innocent people were killed because we wanted to get one guy.
Yeah.
They've done that. And there was no declaration of war, nothing, and they've never been brought up on war crimes charges. It's never even been conceived that these people should be charged with anything. But Donald Trump pays a hoe for fucking him, and now there's like 34 charges against him. And not only that, how about the fact that Donald Trump is the first president in history to pay the hoe he's fucking instead of killing her?
Right.
And now he's getting indicted.
I really do think that because it's Donald Trump, these people that are doing this to him are just crossing their fingers that the stupid people out there that don't think are just going to get lost in the, oh my God, big bad Trump is being arrested. What a terrible guy. He must have done awful things. And they forget to look at what he's being arrested for. They don't care. It's just, oh, big bad guy got arrested.
It is.
Oh, boy.
It's
boogeyman.
I just look at the stuff that politicians get away with every day and presidents get away with every day. And the shit Trump got away with every day while president. Like just the shit presidents do that should not only be illegal, but it should be like a one-way ticket to hell when you die.
Well,
and no charges, no nothing. But they go, hey, you paid your lawyer after he paid off some skank you banged. 30 counts. We're going to jam up the courts with this.
Even the Mar-a-Lago raid, because he might have had like sensitive information at his house. Like he got a fucking raid, and then people go politely knock on Joe Biden's door. Do you think you could double check and see if you have any of that in your home?
It wasn't even knock on the door. It was they just went in the garage and popped the trunk on the Camaro. And then all of a sudden, oh, look, just shitloads of documents. And remember, the Trump thing, oh, those documents, oh, they raided Mar-a-Lago. Oh, my God, he's going to get arrested. He's done. And then they went, we looked into it. Turns out every president does this.
By the way, I don't even consider this sucking Trump's dick, like, at all. It's just the difference in how he's being treated versus everybody else is pretty insane.
I don't think Trump has behaved better or behaved worse than anyone else who's done the job he's done.
No.
I just think he's being held to a different standard, and it's stupid. Like, it's just... And again, he's like being... I want to use the word helped. He's kind of being helped by it.
I hope he can see that. I'm sure he does.
Like they're doing this to him because they're like, we're going to get him. They're so afraid of him becoming... Here's a great way to put it. They're so afraid of him becoming president that they're going to make him president. Mm-hmm. That is an odd, and that happens in life all the time. You get so afraid of this thing happening that you do that thing.
You're manifesting it, Dan.
Yes. You look to the right of the road because you want to avoid that thing to the right, and you start veering to the right.
I always remember that from fucking driver's ed. They're always like, if there's a bicyclist on the side of the road, don't look at him because you're going to start veering that way. Just look ahead of you.
Yeah.
Just go that way. It's true.
I think with the Trump indictment now, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, if you don't fucking bury this guy, if you don't get him on something that puts him in jail through the election, I think you may have just handed it to him. The country is in shit shape. It's falling apart.
Yeah.
The president, you and I just saw a newspaper in the gym as we were walking by. I had to take a look at it. Joe Biden has his lowest approval ratings ever. He's in the 30s. And, the guys that they're thinking of replacing him, if they don't run him again, the guys they're thinking of are the guys who are running like fucking California, which is a shithole.
Which all of us can, people that live there can see that's a shithole. Okay. People are leaving.
So. Yeah, I hope so. So honestly, I think they're so afraid of Trump that they're going to get Trump.
You just spoke about him like he is Joe Pesci from Casino. Like, if you don't bury this guy right now, he's coming back.
If you come at him, if you beat him with a gun, then you'd better kill him because he'll keep coming at you. Yeah, he's Tony the Ant Spilatro. Let's go ahead and watch this stuff because I can only tell you so much. I'd rather have the reporters tell you the facts of the case. This was CNN yesterday. Let's see if Wolf Blitzer jizzed on the air.
CNN breaking news.
We have major breaking news, indeed historic breaking news right now. CNN's Kara Scannell is in New York for us covering this story. What are you learning, Kara?
Well, Wolf, 3 sources tell me, and my colleague John Miller, that a Manhattan grand jury has indicted former President Donald Trump in connection with the hush money payment scheme. This indictment is under seal, according to sources, and the exact charges are not yet known at this time. But this investigation has been going on for a long time. The decision to move and seek and get an indictment of a former president is the first time that has been done in U.S. history.
Think about that.
Think of some hush money.
Think of the people who have done the things they've done and not been indicted.
Think of worse places that hush money has been sent to.
Yes.
Than a fucking woman.
I guess when you're president and you send the hush money to a fucking the beneficiary of a coup d'etat and you send him $150 billion in boom boom, that's okay.
Yes.
You know, so that he'll do your bidding and he'll drain the Russians for you. That's okay. But if you pay a whore $150 grand to not tell anybody about your dick, then this is the Republicans' Clinton.
Worse.
Like Clinton.
I'd say worse.
Bill Clinton lies about a blowjob. He should have never been talking about the blowjob. Nobody should have been asking him about the blowjob. It wasn't important. Lied about that. Women come forward. They say, he did this to me without my consent. He used his position of power. If Bill Clinton got accused of what he, back in 92, 93, 94, if he would have been accused of that today, they would have thrown the R word behind his name. Because now if you use that position of power to have sex with an underling, they say, well, that's an unfair balance of power, and that's the R word now. You know, it's like when a teacher has sex with an 18-year-old student.
Yep.
There's nothing illegal about the act that took place and the age that they are, but
technically,
right? But they say because you are in a position of authority, there's a perceived limit to how much the student can say no. So we're going to press charges. If what happened to Clinton happened to him today, his career would be destroyed. It would be over. Donald Trump pays a porn star $150,000 in shut the fuck up money. And now we're dealing with 30 charges.
And what year was that?
2014.
I bet she didn't have a problem with it when she got the $150,000.
She didn't have a problem with it until he became president.
Nope.
And you know, I wonder this. I wonder if any of this is happening if gas is at $1.50 a gallon and the Dow is at 40,000.
And people are happy.
Yeah. Like if eggs are $1.50 a dozen.
I'll cry the day I get that again.
And gas is $1.50 a gallon. And the Dow is at 40,000 and everyone's 401k is great and they haven't been having to use their credit cards to live their lives the last year or two.
Right.
I wonder if Trump gets indicted. I feel like he doesn't.
I don't know. He's been just this big, bad, ugly dude to a lot of people for a long time. But he was also, God, we talk about the economy before the pandemic all the time. Like, it was so good. It's
great.
Guys, that was magical, damn near, compared to today.
The life was the best it had ever been in February of 2020.
Yeah.
And then
no kidding.
And then just shit.
Just a shitstorm.
Shit. I mean, ugh, like the worst shit you can imagine. So let's go to this indictment news. Hear the rest of it. I think they've unsealed it since then. I've got another story after this. So
this could have a significant impact on the presidential campaign. But as I said, we do not know the exact charges yet. We expect those charges to be made public in the coming days. And at some point in the near future, former President Trump will have to come to this courthouse and be arraigned. All
right. So he will have to report and do the whole, I'm not guilty. This is a travesty of justice, that whole deal. But I don't know, man. This reeks of politics. This reeks of, somebody do something. We're really in the shitter here. And this guy might come back again.
This guy looks like somebody that's riding in on a white horse to save everything.
Yes.
And they're afraid of it.
Clinton paid Paula Jones over $800,000. Damn. Didn't Stormy admit like 4 years ago she didn't fuck him? I don't know. I believe that he fucked her. He fucked her.
She probably quick said that because she was ashamed that
Maybe.
he, because he's such a big bad guy. I would never.
Ironically, she owes him $300,000 now. Yeah, she lost some kind of judgment against him, where she has to
But
pay
people
up.
are still going for this angle. Oh, you paid a porn star to be quiet. Oh God.
Well, have you ever not paid them? They
Jeez.
won't shut the fuck up.
I don't think I'd want a porn star talking about me either. I don't know.
I mean, I would, but
You probably would.
that's only because I've got a dick that hangs to the floor.
You and your Jim Cornette shirt.
Me and my Jim Cornette. She's exposing the goddamn business. You
go.
pay your money for your sex. You get fucked by the rats. You service the rats. And then they go and yap to you. They're exposing the goddamn business. There's no fucking honor in this business anymore. And it's all horse shit. I'm going to go get some Wendy's. I should put my Jim Cornette up here and then.
Do you want to try the other Wendy's and see if it was better?
Don't you fucking tempt me.
I don't like Wendy's.
Don't
I just
you tempt
think
me.
it's funny to tempt you.
Last night at sparring, I sweat out a pound of Chinese food. And you know what's amazing? What's incredible is, because I'm like the old vet, the old veteran on sparring night. And they just kept sending guys in. And I went like 8 or 9 3-minute rounds in a row. And they just kept bringing guys in, bringing guys in, bringing guys in. I felt really good. My cardio's in a really crazy place.
That Chinese food.
Best it's ever been. I had Chinese buffet for lunch, and I felt like dog shit the entire day. Headaches, sweats. I took a nap. I woke up in a pool of my own sweat.
Gross.
It was disgusting.
Gross.
I go to boxing. I have one of my best days ever. I'm worried that Chinese food might be the elixir.
Yep,
I'm
and
not
I'm afraid
positive.
to hear that. I had a dynamite workout last night, too. I'm feeling it today, though.
It might be that Chinese food.
I don't know if I'm going to the gym today.
No, I'm not going to the gym
Might
today.
be a rest day.
But I might try that other Wendy's. Perhaps.
We could eat Wendy's and then go sweat in the sauna.
I really like the idea of Wendy's. I just need to
don't.
find a good one.
Oh, God, I don't like it.
Let's continue on here with people's thoughts on the Trump deal. Tiggle Biddies says Trump is just another shiny object while they prepare your new food and energy tokens for the summer. That's what I mean. If it was $1.50 gas, $1.50 eggs, $40K Dow, I don't think this happens.
Dude, there was a time I couldn't wait to look at our retirement accounts, like when
Yeah.
there's an update.
I haven't looked at them in years.
I haven't looked. I don't want to look. I'm scared.
I get a call from our guy every once in a while, and I
Same.
go, yeah. Yep.
I remember,
Okay.
yeah, my last conversation we have the same guy, obviously. My last conversation with him went about like, oh yeah, let's probably not really focus on much right now, but let's do this going down the road a little bit and maybe check back in here for this and this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
That's about
that's
it.
how good it is, huh?
I sweat. Oh, God. Jesus, Michael B. You are an animal. Skeezy says, yes, the old 52-second 0-2 boxing veteran. 1-1, and you know it, Skeez. Wander This World says you felt like dog shit because you probably ate dog. Fair enough. I'm eating my words from yesterday. Yosemite Sambo says, I thought MSG doesn't give you headaches, Aaron.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
that wasn't my take.
Okay. MSG doesn't give you headaches. You know what does? Rotten meat. Rotten meat and goo gives you headaches.
I still stand by what I said yesterday, whether it's MSG or just normal ass salt, it's going to give you a headache.
Ass salt. I've never had ass salt before.
What did I say when we drove into the parking lot yesterday? I think I said to you, do you think they cook cat here for real?
She was
Because that's
worried.
been like the rumor
She was worried about
for
that.
years and years. Amen.
No, Cream of Green. Steel Toe is not always winning. You didn't see me after the Chinese food yesterday, sir.
In fact, I want to look this up sometime. There was an article once about cat at that place.
Was it really?
Yeah, really.
At the place we go to? When were you planning on
Really
telling me
long
this?
time ago. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin a good thing.
You think they fucking stopped?
Yes. I
Really?
think once you get caught, they got busted with like a bunch of that shit too. Like I think a lot of cat. And I
You think they
think once you
threw
get
out all the
busted
cat?
for that, I think you throw out the cat.
I don't think you do. I
Oh,
didn't
no.
know this, that they were...
Try to look it up quick. Do the restaurant cat meat.
Have you ever noticed that their chicken is quite stringy?
And dark.
Yeah.
Dark of color.
Shit.
It's colored chicken.
Oh, man. Derek Chauvinist says, and just like that, no one remembers the hate crime in the Tennessee school. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
yes,
good point.
It is. Yep. Every time somebody like a Derek Chauvinist brings that shit up, it's like, you know what? Yep. Because
That other one went away pretty quick.
It's one domino after another, and the next domino is always bigger somehow.
Michael B says, was the server wearing a fur coat? Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, we should look that up. I know you don't want to because you're afraid, but
Sure.
I do believe that's a real article.
All right, well, we can check it out. Guys, we are 3:35 away from banging it out for the rest of the week. There's the Streamlabs and PayPal. Let's everybody feel a little generous today. Let's everybody chip in a little bit. Let's knock that out and call it another successful week for Steel Toe. At the very least, let's make sure we get that under 300 by the end of the hour. Make sure you hit the like button. We'd like to get to 200 by the end of the hour, but 100, 150, whatever. Everybody hit the thumbs up. We've got a great show coming up today. Welsh Republic is here. I haven't seen him for a while.
Wow.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
So, yes, here's the details on the Trump. There were updates coming in on this Trump indictment thing all night last night. Trump is facing more than 30 counts related to business fraud and is expected to be arraigned on Tuesday.
Okay.
A Manhattan grand jury has voted to indict former President Trump on charges involving an alleged 2016 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who claims they had an affair together. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has been investigating Trump for hush money payments leading up to the 2016 presidential election. These include the $130,000 payment made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels and the $150,000 payment made to former Playboy model Karen McDougal. Trump fucks?
This seems like an idiocracy type thing to me. Like, oh, the porn stars and all the Playboy models and the money.
The fact that we've had
it's so stupid.
The fact that we've had to learn a name, Stormy Daniels,
It's so dumb.
is stupid to
And
me.
haven't we looked, and it's not one that you.
She's not the best.
I don't want to
Look,
talk out of school. But
Trump's
she's
not-
not the best.
Pornhub's not sending their best. All right. Some of them are skanks. Okay. Some of them are whores.
I don't remember it.
Some of them, I'm sure, are decent people.
What does Karen McDougal look like? Is she
Playboy
good?
model. I think she was all right. I think Karen McDougal was okay.
Stormy Daniels had like them big squared off like swimmer shoulders, if I remember right, and like weird tits. I don't know.
She got weird tits.
Yeah.
Karen McDougal. American model. Yeah, she's kind of cute. She's got kind of a...
There's something up with them eyes.
The
but-
insurance salesman's wife from Mad Men thing going on, kind of.
What?
Beetle. What's her name?
Beetle.
Oh, Alexis Beetle. Whatever her name is
Beatles.
in the face. Yeah, she's
I don't
all
know.
right.
She's okay.
Better than Stormy
You know what? For
Daniels.
Trump, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because he's not the cutest thing.
How hard are they going to? Hard are they? They are going after Trump. Is pulling me over to his side, says Electric Shoes.
Right.
Why be so against him unless he's that big of a threat to how they like to run things? And that's, I don't know. I think that's the big mistake they're making here is that they're in a hole and they just keep digging. I think people were starting to turn towards DeSantis and they were going to go, I think it's time for somebody new. Let's try Ron DeSantis. And that was going to be the guy you were going to run against. And now you're doing this, and that's going to kill DeSantis's momentum because people are going to go, well, I'm voting for Trump now because this is kind of fucked up.
Yes, I think this seems fucked up to many people, and it'll get worse.
Right. I don't see this going well for the people accusing him because either you're now going to get second-term Trump or you're going to, if you end up making it so Trump can't run, you're going to get DeSantis. He's going to use this as a rallying point, and you're going to lose anyway. So
Right. I can just see him standing up at podiums now. Like they try to arrest the person trying to save this country and all that stuff. Like, oh, God.
Actually, DeSantis came out yesterday and said, we will not be assisting you in the extradition of Donald Trump. Florida will not help you on this one. He says the weaponization of the legal system to advance a political agenda turns the rule of law on its head. It is un-American. The Soros-backed Manhattan district attorney has consistently bent the law to downgrade felonies and to excuse criminal misconduct. Yet now he is stretching the law to target a political opponent. Florida will not assist in an extradition request given the questionable circumstances at issue with this Soros-backed Manhattan prosecutor and his political agenda.
I do like that Ron doesn't do shit he doesn't want to do, that he doesn't believe in.
I mean, but this is also, this is one of those moments where you're like, uh-oh. Like you listen to those Civil War people and you're like, guys, stop it.
I know.
That's silly.
I know.
But then maybe not Civil War, but you feel that string that connects, people who disagree.
It's wearing thin.
You feel the string being pulled tighter and tighter and tighter, and the tension gets tighter and tighter. And you're like, well, the next thing after this is going to tighten that string even more. And then the thing that's going to happen after that, it's going to make it even worse than that.
It's like watching a good cheese pull get thinner.
Yeah, I don't. This isn't good. This is, all the way. This is bad, and I don't think it ends the way that the people who are doing this think it ends.